hello. I don't think I've got this microphone on right. Oh, that'll have to do. Right, so what we have here is a new Ikea TV unit. So it's almost the same as this, except it's got 3 things up the top and 3 drawers at the bottom. And hopefully that speaker's going to fit in the middle. Yeah, and then we're going to have the amp there and the Xbox over there, I think. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see when we get to it. Let me just adjust this because it's doing my nutting. Let me use the magnet. About there I do. Right. So hopefully it's only 1 box at a time. And hopefully this is number 1 box. Has the instructions in it. So I'm not sure how these open. Like that, do they? Right, okay. Oh, they're heavy. They're heavy. I didn't actually go to Ikea. I actually used their sort of click and collect service, which drops it to pretty much a local Tesco's, which actually turned out really to be quite good because they left it in the car and everything for you. And I thought that's really good service. You can't moan at that, but these are really hard to get into. This was, I'll put a link in the description, £129 I think, which I thought was a bit of a bargain really. I did look everywhere else for what I was looking for. Wow, this is incredibly hard to open. Incredibly tough cardboard. I bet there's probably a special way you're meant to do it, but we're doing it this way. Here we go, that's a bit better, sort of. Yes, I do have my knife there, but I'm not going to slice through because this is... I might slice there maybe in a minute. Incredibly tightly packed Ikea stuff. It's well packed. This is all they've ever done. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Incredibly strong box. Bloody hell. That's crazy. But I thought they'd have a... The glue. Amazing glue. Oh wow, this is actually hurting my hands a little bit now. Just to try and... Taking a bit of heft to... Well, we'd never repackage it back up. Let me just tilt that up. Might be a bit easier. Make sure there's no obvious way of doing it underneath. No, there's not. Just the old... Maybe if I release it with the glue that way. Sorry, my squirrel's outside. It started to get quite friendly, as in it almost come in the house. That's a good way of doing it. So that's not going to slice in. That's a much better way of doing it. And it's not going to cause any damage because I'm not actually cutting into the box that way. Right, okay. Let's get the end bit done. Probably won't be able to do it that way unless I can flick him up. Yes, to do any damage doing it this way, unless you slice your leg off like I nearly did, you would have to go through 2 pieces of cardboard, so that's pretty cool. So that should release most of the glue. But be careful if you open it this way. Right, that's pretty much it now. So I should be able to use my hand. Oh, there's a knife except for that bit there. Incredible how well packaged this is. I'm actually cutting the top of the cardboard. There we go. So not getting anywhere near the unit. There, perfect. I'll probably stop you, not so you don't see every single bit of me building this, because I'll be swearing in some of it, I expect. Right, yes, excellent. Instructions are in here. Ikea do it well. I must say, with all their stuff, because they've been doing it for years. It's not going to stay there, is it? That's what they need to work on. So if we... There we go. There we go. Perfect. So I'm guessing this is all the guarantees and stuff. In every language you can imagine. I'm not even going to read them out. And I'm guessing that's a smaller version of it. I'll put in a link in the description of what this is and the link to it on not Amazon. Where the bloody hell is it from? Ikea. Yeah. I'm going mental. Right. So I'm going to need a hammer by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Screwdriver, flathead, crosshead, hammer, pencil. Okay, that's all right. I can deal with that. Okay. Okay, right. So I'm going to pause you. I'm going to get my tools and then we'll resume. Right. Got the tools. I'm not sure what we're going to need a pencil for, because all this should be sort of marked out anyway. But anyway, I'm hoping that I only have to open a box at a time as I go. So this is a fittings box. So do we have numbers? Not really. This is going to be a pain to open as well, isn't it? Why? Okay, fair enough. You know, in shipping it's going to stay nice and still, but it's hard to get into. At least have a little flap. So I'm using the same method to open this, which works really well. Be careful if you're going to do it this way, because you could potentially hurt yourself quite easily by slipping. Okay, so I'm gonna say that all that's there. 3 of those weird things, yeah. That's the drawer handles, they're nice. They're made out of wood, I like them. Okay, so that's the runners and stuff, just cheap runners. Don't expect much there. Not going to be proper soft close ones, but I could get some dampers from work, so that would be all good. So, are these numbered? Not really. Well, they sort of are. Oh, no. This is what I feared. So you've got to guess the parts. Yeah. Okay. 1. Okay. So it's getting you to put all the runners and everything on. Okay. But doesn't show you what parts are what. That is really a bit sucky. I did think more of you, you know, Ikea, because looking at these parts don't really tell me what they are. It's sort of guesswork, really, unfortunately, unless, wow, that is everything. Well, I don't know, for this pack. Yeah, it looks like it, I think. So I'm just going to turn you off while I try and familiarise myself with everything. Won't be a sec. Right, so I needed a bit more floor space than I thought. So yeah, here we go. Not sure what these bits are for yet. So I'm going to pop those just there out of the way and just have a quick look. I think these go down well. Yeah, they do somehow. So I want to go that way and the other one there. Okay, let me just have a quick read. Is there any mention of box 2? No, so this is just getting everything ready. Okay, that sort of makes sense, I guess. And this is going to be the middle part of the shelf, so the top and the bottom is in there. So I'm making that bit first, and then it's on to the other bits, which I guess, and then I'd have to open that box. So I'm just going to put you on pause and get everything sort of screwed in. Right, so it is a bit fiddly. I think they do it so then you actually look at the picture. Pictures could be a bit bigger, but does sort of make sort of sense. It makes you think about what you're doing, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all, because it's good to think about what you're building and how it's going to go together. So I have flicked through a few pages. So I've been putting these runners on. For some reason it gets you to do one side, you've got to do the other side as well. That does seem to be a bit over the edge there. Is that going to be an issue, I wonder? Let's see if this one is as well. Yeah, that one is a little bit as well. Got them around the right way. Yeah, that's how it is there. They have got numbers on them, sort of. But nothing that relates to anything anywhere, really. Because these have got numbers here, but they're not the same numbers. Bloody bizarre. Bloody bizarre. So let's get these on and tighten down. Make sure you don't over tighten these, that's why I'm using a hand screwdriver. I might move on to a cordless at some point. There is one there, depends on the size of the bolt. Whoa, let's move them over there. So that's everything done on that sort of page there. So, right, let's pop them over there, I think. Is that the other ones of those? No. Because these aren't marked left and right, which is going to be a pain later, I should imagine. But we will see. We will see. So, how many sets of runners have I got here? 3 drawers, no, that's right. So, no, there should be another one of these. Or should that... Don't know. No, maybe not. No, because I've done 3 there, and I've done 1 right there. Excuse me. And when do you put the other runners in there? That's really bizarre. Because it doesn't say anything. Let me just have a quick read on. Because I am going to need to see. It's got them both. Showing both there, I think. But there's nowhere showing you that they're both on there. Oh, right, they go on a little bit later. Okay. Okay, dokie. Right. So, I need 8 of these bad boys, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I tell you what I've just seen that I'm not particularly happy about is the cam locks on these. They seem to be plastic. That's not going to be great. They're not going to be great. Are they? I think they're plastic. I don't think they're going to be very good. Right, okay, so I've got to put them in these bits. So I'm going to turn you off while I do that. There's no point watching me do that. It's going to be boring. Right, that's that done. All the little things for the cam locks. And now we have to find 22 dowels. Right, these 22 of them. So we go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, come on. 12. Probably all of these. 14. 16. 18. 22, and there's 2 left. Right, so I'm going to shove all these in. They got to go into the points, which, yeah, I'll find out where they are in a minute. So, be back with you in just a jiffy. Right, so I've done nearly all of these. I've just got to put a few more in. Where are these ones going? Up on that one there. Do make sure that you put them in the right holes. I put one in the wrong hole. It is quite hard to read this, and I had to use the old needle nose pliers to pull it out gently, and it come out with no damage. And you'll need your little hammer as well. I only use a little one. Don't use a whacking great big one, because otherwise you end up damaging something, and you don't want to be doing that. Right, where are these last ones to go? On the bottom of that one. You're not going to be able to see me now because I'm going to be slightly off camera. Just popping these ones in. I'm going to slide that up there actually as well. And I must say, it would be better if Ikea numbered stuff. It would make things a lot easier. Or make the pictures a little bit bigger with slightly higher definition pictures. That would make things a lot easier too. Right, so that is the last bit. So Ikea is meant to be the leading manufacturer of flat pack stuff, and I must say it's decent quality. I'm not liking the plastic cam lock things though, but I think they feel like it, but they feel quite rigid as the metal ones. But we'll see. Right, so the next bit, I am going to need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Allen key supplied without the washer on it. And where are we putting that? Now this is where it's going to be hard to tell which side of the board is which, because it hasn't told you which way to flip it up. If it's got to be flipped up that way, I suppose, or that way, but there's no defining marks on this board to show which way. Oh, real pain in the bum, that is. Real pain in the bum. Okay, right, so I'm going to figure that out, and then we'll get you back on. The orientation's around the other way. I'm not 100% these are on the right way, because in the picture it says the cam locks are on the other side, but I don't think that'll make any difference because the bolt goes down the same area anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem. Plus, if they're that way, I'm not going to see them from where it's going to sit, because this should... Oh, this could be the drawers. No, it's not the drawers. The other bit's the drawers, because it's got the drawer runners on. Oh, this is getting pretty damn annoying. So the next step is... it says 2 of them, but it shows 4. Oh, right, it doesn't. It shows 4 in total. Right. These lovely cam locky things. Again, the actual screwy bits. So, one there. One there. The reason why I think this is the bottom part is because that's the bit where the vinyl's finished. So you wouldn't want that showing on the top. In my eyes... And where do the bottom ones go? On the bottom part. Okay. So, hopefully, the other bits fit in fine. We'll find out in a minute. Where's my screwdriver? Over there. So we might be taking this apart yet, if I've got these bits around the wrong way. They're not very descriptive. It's... I would say finished edge to finished edge, because both edges on the other side are unfinished for the backboard, unless there's something I'm missing. I'm sure there's not, and I'm sure these will be fine round that way. Right, I'm just going to play around with the rest of the bits to get these bits on here, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, So I'm pretty sure I've done this right, except these sit quite proud, especially that one there. It's like someone's CNC machine wasn't working very well one day, but we'll leave it like it is. We'll see if it causes a problem when the drawers are in. It might not. If it does, I can take it off and I can just move it down a little bit, and we'll see how we go. Right, I'm going to open the other box. It's got the rest of the bits in that I need now, so I'll see you in a minute. Right, so you've got these really long bits out now, and you've got to put dowels in the ends of these. So I don't know what these are actually. These are the legs, maybe I don't bloody know anymore. So quite easy to do. Okay. Oh god, I must say I haven't seen, it's a bit dusty, haven't seen any damage at all, which is why Ikea is the leader of this. Right. Oh, another thing, when these are deep you have to push the cam locks in right down inside. I didn't realise. I was turning the cam lock, I thought, well, there's nothing going on, but yeah, you have to do that. So right, we've got those in there. Let's have a look at the next page. I must say, they're good, but their instructions are terrible. Terrible. Yeah, so this is the feet. So that doesn't make a lot of sense there. So this is showing me the back, which is the front. So this is round the wrong frigging way, which makes sense with those bits now. So ideally, I could be doing with turning this around just to make my life a little bit easier. And it's quite heavy. It's pretty damn sturdy, even though this hasn't got any sort of side supports or anything. Those plastic cam locks work really well, except that doesn't seem to fit flush there, so we might have to come back to that. But I think I am. Oh, that's not very nice there. I hope that doesn't damage the front. If we got a bit of cardboard anywhere, we could sit that on just to make sure. Probably not. There's a few bits. It's not that there's anything under there, but let's just make sure. That the face doesn't get any damage on it, because we don't want that. There we go. And can we... Right. Let's make sure we don't get any damage at all. Not that there's anything on the floor for it to damage it, but let's just make sure. Oh, that's a nightmare to get under there now. Okay. Right, that'll do for there. And just got that bit down there. Yeah. There we go. Right, okay. Happy now. Right, these bits. So it's showing, there where you put the actual feet bit on. So, okay, oh, I see. Right, okay. So, it's got to have a cam lock in there in a minute. Right, okay, yeah, that's cool. 2 cam locks. I'm guessing it's a black one still. I'm guessing the other box that I have to open with these horrible plug things. Oh, for the drawer. Right, okay. So where is my screwdriver for the... I had that a minute ago. There it is. There it is. Right. This has taken me quite a while to get this far, and there's still much more to do. So, well, there we go. Strong cam locks, I must say. I'm quite surprised. Quite surprised. So, the other one goes there. Okay. So it is actually showing it one way and then it's showing another way. That's pretty crap in my books. Really weird as well. Oh, I'm sort of in the way now. So that has got to be turned around. Otherwise, we're going to see all that lovely chipboard, which we don't want to see. And I don't want to sit on this behind me, really. Oh, cat's awake. She's been to the vets today for her booster. So she's been quite sleepy since she got back, haven't you, my babe? Hey? She's probably wanting to go out now. She's got a new thing where she'll come back at about 5, half 5, 6, and then disappear till about 12 o'clock. Yeah, little sod. Anyway, I'm just going to turn you off while I put this back end on, and then we'll go from there. Right, so we're at the last bits. You can't see me. So we're at the last bits. Sorry, getting hot now. I've got to put the feet on, and then we're going to put the top on. So what I'll do, I'll put the feet on, and then I'll pause you for a bit while I get the top out of the box and get this around the right way, and then we will put the top on together. There a bit. Okay, that's fine. Right, give me a sec. We're putting the lid on now, all the top, and once the cat gets off it, come on my baby, you need to get off. Right, don't do the mistake what I thought. I didn't do it. Think, oh, while it's down on its face, why don't we put the back on? Because the top needs to go on first, and that's nowhere friggin' near. No easy way of doing this. Let's locate one side first. Right, that's close. Yeah, pretty damn close. Make sure it's in the right places on the rest of it. Yeah, thereabouts. Yeah. Sort of. Right, now we've got to... Oh. Now we have got to get some cam locks. Don't hit it with a hammer. There we go. Right, so how many of these do I need? Probably bloody loads. Doesn't actually say. Why doesn't it say? There we go, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. There is a really cool little tool there for putting the pins in when you do the back part. So I would have used my nail gun, my little stapley nail gun. There's a few bits of glue over this, but I'm not going to be too fussed with that. Because it's that sort of colour. It's going to show every mark, but probably not as bad as that one that I've got there. So, wrong screwdriver. Where did I put the other one? Stuck under there. We got him. So, let's go for... Yeah, that's got you. Whoa. Yeah, I'm not putting this in place tonight. That's a job for tomorrow. I've got to build the drawers yet on this. Whew. And how long has this taken me so far? Well, what, 7, half 8, half 9, 2 hours to get this far. And the cat's about to join us. Hello, my dear. She's going to end up walking on this anyway. I would have preferred a light grey, but I could not find this in a light grey. Not a light grey, sorry, a dark grey. Probably would have been better for Little Nightmare. There's footprints. And now she's thinking about attacking something. Oh, it's hard to see the holes. And I think what she's going to attack is going to be my hand. Right. Oh, the other cat's laying over here because I think I've blocked her way. But I believe Mia is just going to stay there and just be a pain. Oh no, she's going inside to have a look now. There we go, we're all calmed out. Right. I can see this is going to be a nightmare to turn over again. So, I reckon... Let's get myself a bit... I'm going to need to cut this one up anyway. Let's get myself a little bit of cardboard. Oh, coming back in, just so we can... Two cats here, they don't know what to do with themselves. Dear, huh? Terror. Right, let's tip this over. Hopefully we haven't damaged any edges doing that, but that's how it tells you to put this on. Oh, it's all like PVA'd. PVA'd. So if I can get the damn thing on there, roughly, it goes like that because you don't need it for the back. For the bottom, because that's obviously where your drawer boxes and drawers are going, so that doesn't really matter. Right, now I need to use this magnificently cool tool and probably make a lot of noise now. I might get my big hammer out for this. So, does it make a lot of difference there now? Right, hammer. There it is over there. So the really cool tool is this little thing. Holds a nail in there, so it goes on the side and it gaps it out perfectly for you, apparently. And I don't know what on earth that is. Well, it's all backwards. This is like a mirror friggin' image. So I was right, and the cat's bloody moved this. Of how I was putting this together. So their instructions are wrong. Silly, silly, silly. And now she's ripping the box apart because that's what she does. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Right, so I am going to pin this in I'm going to turn you off while I do it. It's no point in you watching that. Right, so here we go. The back is on. Loads of nails in there. Looking good. So we're going to flip him over. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make one drawer. And then I'll turn you off. And let me get on with what I'm doing. And then we will come back and I'll show you it fully built. Let's hope I can flip it over now. Oh, because it's very, very heavy now. Right, that's very, very solid. And yeah, that is really solid. That is, I'm really happy with that. That is awesome. Let me see if I can sort of get it over there like that. Really cool. Really cool. And some of their instructions were wrong. So, shame I've got some caps that I can put over these holes. Some black ones somewhere, I'm not sure where I put them. But you don't get any that I've seen with it, I don't think. No, which is a shame. I know they give you black turny things, but I suppose you can't see it on there, so that's not too bad. Let's see if I can find them other bits. Don't think the speaker's going to fit in there, unfortunately. That's a damn shame, because that would have been really cool if it did. But it doesn't matter. We can put the amp there. And, you know, it's not got a very good edge on it, but probably only noticed that because it's black. But anyway, I'm really happy with that. It's really, really solid. That's what I like with IKEA stuff. It's awesomely solid. And yeah, I really like this. So let me build a couple of drawers, and I've got to feed the cats, I think, first, because I think they're telling me that. That's what she just does. That's what she does. She come and annoy you until you feed her. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to feed the cats. I'll start doing a drawer, and I'll do a couple of sneak peeks into it, and then I'll build the other two, and then I'll show you it completed. And I'll feed this little monster first. Thanks for watching. Right, so these shouldn't be too difficult, he says. But we will see. We will see. Got another bag of bits here. Got one face frame, which this one is pretty scuffed up, but luckily it's on the inside, so no one's going to see that. So can't do anything about that. That's just what it is. And where is Kenneth? There he is. Kenneth is good. So bag number 2. Right, okay, so let's just tip it out. Why not? Hopefully the cat doesn't jump up on here now. So we need, how many of these? We need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might pop into work tomorrow and see if I can get some soft close buffers for these drawer boxes. I think they'd be work quite well. Okay, that there we following, yeah. I'll tell you what, let me take off the wide angle lens and you might be able to see a little bit better. Let me make sure I've got the case to put it in. Doesn't make a lot of difference, to be quite honest, but you're a bit closer now, so. And I do apologise, I didn't put the studio light on, so it's going to be a bit grainy. These are glass. Are they glass? I'll tell you what, I think that's perspex. That's better if it's perspex. So I plan on putting lights behind these somehow. Not quite sure how yet. Normally got LED stuff lying around everywhere, but not at the moment. Right, okay, so you don't do anything with these. Then you do. Right, so are these all the same or are these handed? They're handed. So you need one for one and one for another. Let me just pop you on hold while I figure out which one's which. I don't know what the cat's doing down here. Oh, he's eating the wrong biscuits. He's a silly boy. Right, so we've got the right bits, and I need to pop some of these dowels in. Oh, I need my little hammer. Aha, my shoulder. One. Nope, not in that one. Make sure I got it around the right way first, yeah. Two. No, it comes the other cat. You're not missing anything, Dusty. Right. Alright, I was going to pull you. She has a little blanket. There you go. Right, so that's that one. So what's the next? Right, so we need 4 cam locks. And these ones are grey. So we go. So let's guess that's round that way. I think the hardest bit of these is going to be putting the handles on. Maybe. Might not be. Could be wrong. Oh, wrong screwdriver. Oh, where have I put the other one? There he is. Okay, that was nice and easy. Can we still see? Well, we can see as much as we can. I can't really move anything else for the simple fact I've got all the screws there. Oh, the other cat's on the box now. He likes boxes, but I'm not sure on that one. It's lucky the other cat's not inside it. She was inside it a minute ago. The young one, the pain in the bum. Okay, nice. So it does show those cam locks around the other way. Shows them on the outside. Oh, yeah, they're around the wrong way. So it shows you one way on a picture, and then it shows you something else on the next picture. These instructions are not very good at all. That's what's letting them down here. So that way, for some bizarre reason. Why does it show you to set them up one way and then that can't, oh, okay. You've probably seen that on the video. Oh, he's got them round the wrong way. Yes, he did. I really hope this video doesn't end up being a really long video for you lot. Alright, okay. So they are done now. Now we need a backboard. Bottom board even. Ooh. And that just, really going to slide in, is it? Because it only goes in to there. How have I got to nail these in? Surely not. So that goes like that. Okay. Then we get a one of them, and it has screws in through there. Okay, how am I going to do that? Is it better to let's have a look. Yeah, that works. And yeah, okay, right, I can't see the instructions now. What screws? Oh no, it's those things. So these things that are one use only, they're weird things. Yeah, like rule plugs. Yeah, it's in the right place. No, that doesn't fit in there. Why not? Why is that kicked up? That's weird. Really weird. Let me take that out. Oh, there we go. Right, let's meh. It works. These things do hold them together like forever. Right, I believe that is pretty much one drawer done. Oh no, the runners. Yeah, got to do those bad boys, haven't I? That's going to be fun. Okay. Let's try and figure out which runner's which now, because for some bizarre reason they don't label these. I tell you what, my floor's a bit hard. There we go, need on a bit of cardboard. Makes it so much nicer. Let me pop this over here, because it'll be easier to see. So, wow. Is that really? No, it's got to go like that, surely. That's how I reckon that goes. So that one should then go like that. We'll wheel at the back, that in like that, and then that lines up with those holes there. Perfect. And what do we use for them? Little I can't get to any of the screws or anything now, can I? All right, let's move everything up a little bit. Need my other screwdriver. That bad boy. So when I was building the main unit, just like what we had there, their instructions suddenly turn around. So one bit that you were setting out the same way in the picture that they showed on one side and one on the other, and then when you go and fit them on, they were round the other way. And that's what we had with the main unit, where it was showing it one way round and then it was showing it a different way round, which is really weird and bizarre. because that caused me a few bloody problems. Is that the one I had for there? Yeah, I think it is. So, oh, that's moved. How do we move that back? Oh, it's not, it's the actual box. Oh. I don't know, it's moved back now anyway, so it's all good. I do like this stuff, it does all come together well. Might have to move a runner or two back on the actual unit. Oh, that's not gone in very straight, has it? Only because I don't think it was machined correctly. Right, so that's that. And the next thing should be these braces. Oh, there's that over there. Which are quite a good idea. Yeah, it is. So, the best way they're showing is, oh yeah, there's a hole for it there, and a hole, we'll keep it like it is. These lovely things. How on earth? Oh, right, okay. See, stupid idea. Right, one of those there, and then one of those there. So I'm guessing it is these. And I need a Mr. Screwdriver. So what you basically do on the back, you put bottom one in. But you don't actually fully tighten it up, because you then go like that somehow. Oh, this is silly. That's just a silly idea. Never do this tight. I don't get that. I really don't get that. I really don't. It's a bit silly. And it shows you one way round there and then a different way round there. That's really weird. That is really weird. Let me make sure this screw's not too big. Not far off though. Right, so that's a strengthening bar for the bottom. It does still move down there. And that is pretty shit, really. We'll leave that like that. I'm sure that's absolutely fine. And then we are onto the lovely handle. Right. So that's the draw box finish there. It's pretty cool. Except for the handle. Handle. Here he is. And I'm not sure what screws it is for these. Soon find out. Not the easiest to open, I must say. Quite nice handle, so quite like that, nice wood. So are we the same screws as the no, it doesn't look like it. It only says one as well when there's clearly two. So that's a bit weird. A bit weird. So could be these screws, but I think they might be too big. No, they're all right, they're the ones. Okay. Make sure that's it. They're borderline too long, these screws. Definitely not any other screws there, is there? Any short ones? No. No. They're all the same size. No, that's good, they didn't come through. There we go, one finished drawer box. So I'm going to pop that in there, make sure it runs. Let's put it on that one that I think needs the adjustment. I think it's this one. No, I don't think it will actually. It shuts all right. No, that's the one there, I think. But a bit stiff, but that's fine. Really quite cool. I'm going to get on and build the other two, and then I will come back to the video and I'll show you it finished. See you in a minute. Right, so it's finally finished, and I am going to need to adjust that drawer runner, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but we'll get it done probably tomorrow. Not going to do it now, so let's turn you around. So here we go. Sorry about the mess, everyone. I still haven't tidied up. This is the drawer that doesn't quite go in aligned, but the rest are fine, I think. Yeah, they're all right. And there we go. There's the unit. I think it's really nice. It's really proper sturdy. It really is proper sturdy. Drawers, nice size as well. Nice size. It's so much better getting drawers rather than doors. Because with drawers, if you shove stuff in there, it's not going to fall down. If you've got doors and you open your doors, they're just going to, excuse me, things are going to fall out if you've not stacked them in there right. But there we go. There is the Ikea, whatever unit it is. It'll be in the title, but I quite like it. I'll put a link in the description to it on Ikea, and don't be put off that you can't go to Ikea because it's miles away. It's a good 30 miles for me, so I just put it to the local click and collect rather than to your door, because you save what was it, 35 quid I think delivery charge for this to my house, and it wouldn't have come for another 3-4 days. So I recommend just going and picking it up, unless it's something absolutely humongous that you can't pick up and need it delivered. But there you go. Ikea unit done. Thanks for watching, people. You know what to do. So the TV unit is fully installed now. Well, it's more of a bench because the TV doesn't sit on it. So I'll swing you around and we'll see what it looks like. So there's the telly, and there we go. So from left to right, we have the Xbox is now down there, Series X. Then we've got the Marantz amp, and then we just got my gizmos. We've got a clock, and we've got the metric time, and the Apple Watch charger. And I did install some LED lights under here, which I think look quite good. They're not colour changing, it is just white. You can only go up and down. I did have some colour changing ones, but I couldn't get the bloody things to work. I have no idea what happened to those, because they used to be around my old LG TV around the back, and not really into that anymore, putting LEDs behind TVs. Plus, on a black backdrop, it doesn't look great. So there we go.